So Amazon is now saying that they will shut all of their 87 pop-up stores all over the U.S. This as the retail giant is reportedly rethinking their physical retail strategy after their years-long experiment with it. Amazon started notifying their employees and partners that they can expect stores to be closed by April 29th. Now, Christine, you've been following this all day. What can you tell us?
Well, first, these are pop-up stores that Amazon calls experiment. They launched it back in 2014. To them, it was just an experiment in Whole Foods and Kohl's locations, so think a store within a store. So they're closing all of those stores. I reached out to Amazon to get comment as to why they're doing it. They said it's time to move on. They want to focus on the 4 stars. Have you heard of the Amazon 4-star location? So you need to have a 4-star online, and then that item could be in the store. And then they also want to focus on their bookstores. And we know that they announced this new grocery store line that's going to be launching, that's going to be separate from Whole Foods, and then the cashless convenience stores called Amazon Go that they're slowly rolling out. They have one in Seattle. So there's a lot of avenues. They're not getting out of brick and mortar. They're just changing their strategy.
Look, I consider them brilliant. You know, the whole idea behind great corporations is you try things, you risk things, and if they don't work, you sell quickly and take the small loss and move forward. They'll have their Whole Food stores, as you said, the 4-star, as well as the books, and they're going to be able to leverage this thing till the cows come home. I think the bricks and mortar future for Amazon is going to be darn good as we move forward, and this is just a little stumble across the way.
I don't even think it's a stumble. I think they created these pop-up stores to get everybody buying Alexas and Kindles and other products that people really couldn't kind of get their arms around over the internet. So they're, you know, walking into a store and actually seeing what Alexa can do for you or to you is a completely different issue. And I think that was a pretty successful thing. Everyone's got them now. So
like Apple.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What is Amazon? You know, we used to think of it as it's a bookstore. This is a company of disruptors, of innovators, of people who will go into any industry. I mean, groceries, as was talking about, not only with Whole Foods, but also their own standalone series of grocery stores. I'd love to see them get into education, get into healthcare. But for now, they're retooling the pop-up approach. And as has been said, this was experimental from the get-go. And as long as this company keeps innovating, they'll keep succeeding.
And to talk about the flip side, there was an analyst from Jefferies that said, if anything, replicating a successful retail model is not easy. And he believes that so far the bookstores, as well as those 4-star locations, have not been doing well, and that Amazon still needs to work on their retail fulfillment centers.
How much money do you think Bezos is willing to put into this? Because clearly he wants it's more than just pop-up stores. I mean, he does want the retail space. He wants to try it out. He wants to expand it with regard to Whole Foods, this whole new grocery chain. Is he willing to go the distance, putting billions of dollars into this thing?
Of course, if they're going to be launching an entire new grocery store when they have Whole Foods, and the thought process is that they're going to be launching their own brands within that grocery store, the Amazon pantry type brands. That's going to separate the price point from Whole Foods, because Whole Foods is known as whole paycheck, right?
Now, the stock was down today. Guys, would you be interested in investing? Do you think that Bezos, I mean, he was counted out for years when he wasn't making a profit, and then he made big, and the stock went zooming high. Today it was down. Do you think it deserves to be down?
I think the FANG stocks right now are not the place to be. They'll have their day in the sun again. By the way, something to think about. I think another 5,500 retail stores shut down in the last year. There's a lot of real estate that they can pick up probably on the cheap as they build out the brick and mortar going forward. I am sure they're going to be a success. And by the way, we never even heard of an Alexa years ago. So the fact that they're able to come out with these other products, just amazing.
I agree. I do think that it's interesting they're tackling the grocery space, though, because traditionally that is a really low margin business. So it's going to be awfully interesting to see what they do differently. What is it going to make? What's going to make this an Amazon?
Well, their whole supply chain inventions will be used in grocery. I'm sure that they could leapfrog over some of those grocery chains because of that. No,
it's beauty too. There's high margins in beauty, so that's
and that's just it, David. I mean, they reinvented what it's like to shop online. They'll do the same thing with groceries, and there'll be an integration of your online world, your in real life world, where you pick up items, where you return them, all thanks to Amazon's innovation.
There's still a lot of faith for Amazon. Thank you, gang.